welcome to another episode of Choppin It Up Raw. I'm your host, Abdul the Barber, and man, bruh, we got an episode for you today, man. I got a guy on that I have met a few times, and the first time I seen him, I think he was in Love Hotels.
Yes, sir.
And everybody meet Sushi B. What's going on, G? How you doing, man?
You all right? Good, man.
Thank you for coming,
having me.
dog.
Yeah, of course.
Hell yeah, man.
Course. Thank you for having me.
So, man, how long you been out here, bro?
I've been out here just over 2 years, actually. I hit 2 years in February. So I'm actually headed back to the States and at the end of this month.
Okay,
April
where
30th,
you
yeah.
heading to?
Miami.
Ooh,
I'm from
shit.
Miami, so I'm just going back to the crib.
Dade County, right?
Yeah,
Dade County?
305. Going back to the crib.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man.
Them Zoes down there. Shit.
Yeah.
Already.
But I'm, gainfully employed out there. So
Right.
And I think it's time to get back home to my mom.
Yeah.
I got mom and my two little brothers, and I've been away since going to college, like 7, 8. About 10 years now, actually.
Right.
So
damn, I know.
it's
they
time
ready
to
to
get
see
back.
you,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Been being selfish, with my time, and I feel like it's time to give it back. To my family. Yeah.
Okay.
While I can.
Yeah. So, since you've been out here, man, what endeavors have you jumped into, or you got some crazy stories for us, or what?
Yeah, I mean, since I've been out here, I've been Jujitsu is something that I started out here.
Right.
It's
hard.
I didn't do. I was a football player, so I played D1 ball.
Okay.
For the Naval Academy.
Okay.
And football took up like most of my life. So
Okay.
From the age of 4,
right.
I started playing ball, and that was pretty much my life's focus. It was always home, school, football. You know what I'm saying? And then, and I was good at it.
Okay.
And so when that ended, that took a big toll on me, and
right.
I felt like I lost, my life kind of got out of balance of sorts. And I always had this balance that, when you play ball, or when you play any sport, or when you're really dedicating yourself to something, it brings this natural balance to your life that you don't really get to appreciate until it's gone. And so when I finally lost football, especially the terms that I lost it on, it just really sent my life, kind of wacky, right?
Right.
And then coming out to Japan, before that I was feeling it with flag football here and pickup basketball there. And then when I came out here, I was like, this is the place where Jiu-Jitsu started. A lot of people don't know that. So it's called Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Jiu-Jitsu, right.
But Jiu-Jitsu started in Japan. And so, this guy kind of just challenged me. He basically told me he could take me because he was training Jiu-Jitsu or whatever. And I wrestled in high school, so I was like,
you already had a
I was laying on your head. Off rip. So, they got a team out on base, so I just went out there and picked it up. I was really a natural. And it really gave me time in my day to clear my mind and where I'm not thinking. I have this thing where my brain is always focused on something. I'm always focusing on how I'm going to get more money, or how I'm going to fix this relationship, or how I'm going to optimize this thing at work. And, when you're doing jiu-jitsu, you're thinking, but you're thinking about the task that you're doing, so your subconscious is very clear. And I think that implementing that into my routine really put me back center line, put me back on, gave me a good balance.
The
and
balance that you had lost with the football thing,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. And it gives you that physical regimen, right? That's the other side of it. Like,
it's a ground game.
Yeah, when I went to I was in nuclear submarine school a few years before coming out here, and I had gained weight. I was almost 200 pounds, and just getting back in that rhythm, doing something that is helping me mentally and then physically, and it's a skill that you could take anywhere you go,
right? Everywhere
you go,
right?
Any situation in life. I'm using my hands. I'm using my body. I could use that at any time. So, I really latched onto that hard and dove in head first.
How did you get into this the competition that you just had out there in Australia?
Oh yeah, so I started competing. So I started jiu-jitsu last year, February, and after like a month, I was like, all right. if we just training, we ain't really doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? They told me, they were like, oh, they have jiu-jitsu competitions.
Right.
So I was like, you know, my whole goal is to be the best and to prove that I'm the best. You know what I'm saying? Because so after a month of training at white belt, I signed up for a competition and I won it.
That's crazy. And this is just last year you started, right?
Just last year I started. In that first competition, so in jiu-jitsu you could do like your weight class. Okay. And you can do open weight. So open weight means that anybody, right? So I won.
Throw you in the fire.
Exactly. So I won the open weight, and then I won the weight class too. So I won 2 gold medals my first tournament, and then that sparked something in me because I'm like, okay, a lot of sports and a lot of things you can't do professionally without being like on a team or something. But jiu-jitsu, you know, what I do, when you're doing jiu-jitsu, that is the professional level. Right. You know what I'm saying? When you sign up for those tournaments, that is the highest level that there is. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it changes based off your belt rank, but you know, I'm like, this is professional. Right. You know, I am competing against the best people that there is to offer. So I ended up, after 3 months, I got promoted to blue belt because I had won 5 tournaments, and my sensei was like, yeah, man, so I'm a blue belt, right? And then I started competing at blue belt, and I've had some success at blue belt. So that's how I got out to Australia. Basically, I was competing in Japan, and I was having a lot of success. I had won 3 medals at blue belt in Japan. I got second in All Japan. Oh damn! Yeah, and that was my one loss that I've taken so far. I got second in All Japan. He caught me with an arm bar. Right. And you know, I was having so much success. I was like, man, let me see how I will fare in other countries, because I'm thinking, you know, maybe it's just me because I have a wrestling background. Out here, they have judo background. Let me go to a different country and see how I would fare there. So I would plan the vacation to Sydney anyway. So I was like, it's a tournament. It's the Sydney. They got one tournament a year. This is the open tournament. Right. And I want to go there too. So I was like, okay.
That's tough, man. Congrats to you, bro. Yeah, hell yeah, man. So by you, okay. So what's next? I'm sure you're gonna keep, you know.
Yeah. So as far as fighting,
right.
I started training MMA.
Okay.
So I want to see. You know, I'm not gonna throw myself in the fire right away. Right. So I have that wrestling background. I got my jiu-jitsu stuff down, and I've been training MMA for like 4 or 5 months. Okay. So Miami, luckily, is a great place for MMA. Right. You know, they got the UFC match out there tomorrow.
Yep. Adesanya and the other buddy.
Poatan.
Yep.
Yeah. So they got a lot of good gyms out there. So I'm
sure you're gonna do well, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep training. Well. And worst come to worst, if I never fight, it just
you still got it.
I could punish somebody.
Yeah,
you know
motherfucker, try you.
Exactly. I can defend my family. You know what I'm saying?
You want to go home on a stretcher, or do you want to walk home?
So,
Pick one.
But I contemplate actually doing it just because the damage that comes with it. You know
right.
What I mean? I'm already got that. Probably got CTE from football, so I contemplate it, but. Depending on how good I start getting, you know, if I really start seeing my skills get to be real sharp, I'm gonna jump in the fire.
That's tough, man. Real good friend of mine. He's behind the camera, but he's been giving me a few pointers here and there with boxing, and I don't want to get into it for competition reasons. I want to just, you know, stay in shape. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I got a heavy bag coming here to the shop, so. You know, I got gloves, I got the rack, the jump rope, the whole nine. But I think it's a good cardio. You know what I mean? And I think I really enjoy it. But martial arts, I think every male should know some form of defense in general. Period.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, I'm an old fashioned. I feel like I just feel like at our nature, at our core, we're still animals. You know what I mean?
Right.
Who's the baddest lion? Is the lion that he could whoop all the rest of the lions? Who's the baddest gorilla? You know, the biggest and baddest one, the one who could kill the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I feel like there's something to be said when you walk in a room and you know that you could and I don't want to cuss on here, but you know
No,
that.
it's okay. This
you know
is,
what I'm saying?
This,
You
this
know
my
you could,
shit.
you know you could fuck any nigga up in the room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody in the room, you know, anybody can win a fight with one punch.
Right,
one
right.
lucky
Yep.
punch. But when you know that you're skilled to be able to defend yourself and to defend your family, that's a different
That's
feeling.
what it's about.
You know what I'm saying? You know, we ain't in the States where you got to carry a gun every day. You know what I'm saying? But these are weapons too.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So just having that confidence, you know
Yep.
where you go.
That's something I can respect for sure.
But hey, fighting is good cardio,
Yeah.
and you're gonna lose about 10 pounds once you start hitting that.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready for it, man. So I'm looking at the post every day, like, man, the mailman coming today.
It's
But,
real.
yeah.
I just texted my mom about that. She said, "How's the fight training going?" She said, "I said I just left the gym before I got here. You know, I was lifting weights." And she said, "What you doing?" I said, "I just left the gym." She said, "Oh, you trying to make sure you don't get that dad bod?" I said, "Man, I've been fighting. I've been doing fighting training. This is probably the best body I ever had in my life." So, when you get the heavy bag, you're not gonna switch from it. You're not gonna deter from it.
Okay. Yeah. Man, I also see you be on the snowboard too, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Started that in Japan too, actually.
Yeah, likewise. That shit is fun,
You be
bro.
out there?
I've been at it for like 10 years now.
Really?
Shit is. So, what I saw you doing, man, I saw you go off this, you did a front flip. Bro, when I seen that shit, I was like, yo, this dude is crazy, bro.
Man, I was just sending it.
Yeah.
I just feel like
Fuck it, though.
Yeah.
I get it, bro, because you don't see too many of us out there,
Right.
doing shit like that.
Right.
When I go out there, man, I be the only one out there, bro.
Exactly.
And they looking at me like, this dude is horizontal to the ground. Like, I'm one for, like, I love carving and butters and shit like that. I just bought this board. It's a 156. It's a powder board.
Powder wood, yeah.
Big swallowtail, huge point on the front, man. When I'm carving, I'm like laying on the ground and I stand right back up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love it, bro. But
You
when
saucy with it.
yeah, bro. Hey, listen, man.
I like that.
So this time I did a little bit of backcountry, but after I seen, man, that the snow moved a little bit, and I was like, oh hell no, let me get the hell out of here.
Yeah, so
that shit can be, you can get buried under there, and they find you in the summer, and all they find is bones, bro.
Sure. Did you have your avalanche pack?
Nah, we just kind of,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
we just kind of went, and
yeah.
I turned back. I said, now let me get up out of here, bro, because if you ain't got no beacon, you're fucking fried.
Yeah, when I went out to, you been in Niseko?
Yeah, a long time ago, yeah.
Yeah, so I just went out there for the first time, this year, and they kept saying on the, I was with a Japanese friend,
Right.
and they were saying something in Japanese, and they kept saying that somebody was lost.
Yeah.
Somebody had been lost
Right.
for like 3 weeks.
That just happened here over in Nagano. Two American guys. I think they went back country, and an avalanche happened. A few people lived, and I think two of them they didn't.
They had
make
Cooper
it.
47, right?
Yep. It was hot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, man. So, but like I said, away from that, snowboarding, that shit it's different, bro.
It's a different experience, and back to your comment that you said, like when I'm out there, one of the things I always say to myself, man, this would be so much better if we had my brothers on the line, cause half the snowboarding experience is after the day is done, and you go out, you catch a little vibe, or you have a little cookout, you eat, and it's nothing wrong with the vibe that they bring, but our vibe is something special.
It's different, bro. It's different.
And when we got us a bunch of us is unmatched, you know what I mean? So that's one of my big things. I'm always trying to pop people's snowboarding cherry.
Yeah.
All the time,
I love it, bro. I tried to do this, man. It didn't work out. Hopefully next season, I'm trying to do like a black ski weekend.
Oh, that'd be
and
big.
I was trying to put this thing together, bro. And people got schedules. Shit didn't work out this time, but I had one of my other friends to come with me, and he just started. And when you first start snowboarding, most people, they go hillside all the way down, man.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that.
It's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing. Your calves and your shins going to be on fire. I'm going to tell you that right now.
That's how you learn,
But that's how you learn. And actually, you got to bust your ass to learn, too. Because I know I have, man. I was upside down a couple times. Yeah. But, once you get the hang of it, man, it's
actually not that difficult. I think I think the biggest thing when I ask people, I'm like, you want to go snowboarding? And I think the biggest thing about it is just the adventure bone. I don't think we like to do things outdoors in
outside
general.
Listen, I want to do it all. I paddleboard, I'm trying to go skydiving this summer. I'm trying to do it all, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care. I
Yeah.
mean, I hate to sound like a Gen Z with the one you live once, but fuck it, let's go, bro. I can't say I mean I can say I live my life. You know what I'm saying? I want to do everything the right way. Yep.
That's why you asked me. That was only the video you talking about. That was only my second time snowboard. That was my third time snowboarding.
Right.
And I was doing the ramps and
front flip.
I was just sending it because I'm like, look, I'm young right now.
Right.
I can recover.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I hurt myself, I can recover.
Yeah.
10, 20 years from now,
right.
I can't be doing that. So I'm like, shoot, let me just send it,
Yeah.
Go out there and
do it, bro. Hell yeah.
Have fun.
Do that shit. What other adventurous shit you be doing, man?
Shoot, I love hiking.
Okay.
Music. I do the music.
That's right.
Yeah. So,
that's right, because you just had a show.
Exactly.
So, Sushi B, how'd you come up with it?
Man, actually, that dates back to when I was at the Naval Academy.
Yeah.
Man. I it's not a cool story at all.
Well, actually, it's up to you if you want to tell it or not.
I made a song. Basically, I made a song at the Naval Academy. Man, I made like a Naval Academy song. It was like a little hit on the campus.
All right.
And I didn't have a name, a musician name and an artist name. So I was like heavily looking for it, and I was playing 2K with one of my teammates, and his roommate was like, "Hey, yo, you want some sushi from Nando's? What's that place called? Nando's?" Yeah, he was like, "You want some sushi from Nando's?" And I'm focused on 2K, but all I heard was Sushi Fernando. I was like, Sushi Fernando, bro, that's cold.
Yeah,
that's my rap name.
Sushi Fernando.
Sushi Fernando. And then so I was Sushi Fernando. I was Sushi Fernando for like a day.
Right.
And I was like, bro, I'm not Hispanic. I can't be no Fernando.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So I was like, all right, I'm gonna throw a bank, because one of my favorite shows is Fresh Prince.
Okay.
So
Banks.
Their last name Banks, Carson Banks. So I'm like, let me Sushi Banks. I'm like, that got a ring.
Yeah.
So I just Sushi Banks, and then I dropped the song. And
Sushi Banks.
it went crazy.
That's
now,
hard.
a lot of people think that I came up with Sushi Banks because I'm out here in Japan, but
that was way before
Japan.
Japan.
That name way before Japan. It just the stars aligned that way.
Sushi Banks. That's tough, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's silly, man. But
yeah. But it rings, man. It rings.
In the A. And he fought.
Yeah. So you got music out right now, right?
I do. Yeah. Okay. I actually just released a song called Trail of Blood. Okay. It's on all platforms right now. Sushi Banks Trail of Blood. It's about the deceit and the how you say, I feel like every time that I really allow myself to trust other people, I end up getting stabbed in the back, or I end up regretting it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like everywhere that I go, I leave a trail of blood behind from the knives in my back.
Right. That's tough.
It's a rock song. I hope y'all like rock music. I know it's not common in our community, but I can't see myself making rap music. So
understood.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope, man. And you know what? And it's another thing that you said that it's something that's not common, but you gotta step outside the box, bro.
Yeah, man. So I did make my first song was a rap song, but I felt like as I kept continuing making rap, I got a bunch of rap songs that's nobody ever gonna hear.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I feel like whenever I would hop on a rap beat, it's like the genre is so limited. You either a conscious rapper or you're like a
mumble rapper
type guy, right? And me, I don't want to talk about none of that. I just want to talk about my feelings.
Right.
For me, music is not like something that I've been trying to push. I'm not trying to be a star. I'm just trying to, I grew up in a household where we didn't really talk about our feelings. I had to be sturdy at all times, and that led me to failure in all types of relationships in my life. And so I felt like, one of my coaches at the Naval Academy, shout out to Coach Buddy Green, he's a legend. I was going through issues when I was playing football already. I started as a freshman, and so like my sophomore year, Naval Academy, we got to join the Navy. So my sophomore year, they're trying to find ways to motivate me, but I was really trying to figure out who I wanted to be and how to express myself. And he kind of noticed that, he's an old white man, but he was the realest person on the coaching staff, man.
Right.
And he pulled me to the side and he was like, man, I noticed you're having these issues. He gave me his personal iPad. And he said, you know, in the note section of this iPad is where I deal with all my emotions. He said, I write poems, and I write random thoughts out, and this is how I get through my emotions. He said, I don't really show anybody. Most of them are about my granddaughter. I want you to read them, and I want you to start writing. And when I started writing little poems or little anecdotes here and there, and eventually that manifested itself into writing songs. And so then that's how I got into music. I just was like, man, it's one thing if you could communicate emotions through pen and paper, that's one layer of emotion.
Right.
But when I can make the pen and paper and then the way I enunciate my words and the way I express it in a song on top of a beat that's already a communicative work of art,
right?
You know what I mean? Then I'm really showing you how I feel with this song.
And somebody else can understand it and feel it as well.
And people do. You know what I mean? And when somebody comes to you
tough, bro.
And they're like, man, it might just be a line. You know what I mean? They're like, bro, that's hard. I feel that. And, you know, that is exactly how I feel.
Right.
It just makes everything worth it.
Right.
And just the release that it gives to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Damn. Stress relief.
Stress relief. Clarity. I feel like once I write it down, once I put it in a song, you know what I'm saying? I have a song called Enough, for example. It's my favorite song. Enough, ! On all platforms. Go ahead, stream that.
Check him out, man. Stop playing with that man.
But the song is about, it's about my parents' divorce.
Okay.
But when you hear the song, it just sounds like it's me talking about a girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking on the song from my mom's point of view, right? And my parents, I grew up in a 2-parent household. They divorced when I was an adult, right? But just because you got 2 parents in the household don't mean it's a happy household, right?
Yep.
Don't mean it's a broken home either, but it's just 2 people who needed to split ways way earlier than they did, you know what I mean? And that song, man, geez, I didn't think I needed that as much as I did.
Right.
I was my own therapist writing that song, so I didn't even write it. I found the beat, and I was drunk. Right. And my studio is at my house. I record everything at home.
Okay.
So I was drunk, a work day. You know what I'm saying? I came home, I put the beat on, and I started freestyling. And I just started saying stuff, man, and it came out. It said, the opening lines that I'm so fed up with this life and all the bullshit that you tell me, right? It says, this can't be healthy. And then from there, man, I started crying, making this song. I started, you know, I made the whole song in one night, maybe an hour, recorded, mixed everything. But by the end of it, I'm crying. I don't even know why I'm crying, you know? So then I had to really look, you know, after that, I'm like, why was I so emotional about making a song? Because in my head, I was like, I'm making this song for my mom.
Right.
I was like,
in her point of view.
It was from her point of view. I wasn't emotional about it. I'm just like, you know, this is a good avenue to make a song because other women could relate and other men could relate to this. You know, so I'm gonna make a song about this. Then I had to think, why am I crying? Why am I so emotional if it's from her perspective? And then I had to realize, like, growing up, my mom is my favorite person in the world. You know, I'm closest to my mom, you know. And I love my dad too, but it's me and my mom. It's been me and my mom since day one, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like me growing up and being close to her and seeing how she felt throughout that whole experience, shit, I felt the same way. I felt the way she felt.
Right.
Just because we were moving as a unit. So when I say I'm so fed up, and I'm speaking from her perspective, I'm speaking from my perspective.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I felt like that song was the biggest therapeutic evolution that I ever had in my life. And man, it was super cathartic, and I didn't expect it. Right. And that's what tripped me out about it, man. And that's why I was like, no matter what I do, I have to continue to make music. You know what I mean?
You doing it, man, and keep doing that shit, bro. Yeah. Keep doing it, man. That's fucking deep right there, G.
Yeah, bro. But it's just the reality, man.
Right.
And I feel like people really relate to it. Like my Love Hole show that you was talking about, man. Before I did a song, it's a very hard song to sing live. It got a lot of auto tune on it. So before I did the song, I'm like, listen, y'all gotta feel what this song about. And you explain it to them, man, and you can hear people in the crowd like, while I'm performing, right? I'm singing the lyrics, and you can hear girls in the crowd. I know that's right. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I know they're gonna feel that, right? Because it's just the truth. It's just the reality we live with.
Yep. I hate to cut you, but we gotta pay some bills, G.
Of course, bro.
Gotta pay some bills. Shout out to Pro Shield. Pro Shield is your #1 shea glaze, man. You can only get it here at Foreign Cuts. So if you want, you want some, come over to the shop and get some, man. But it's packed with your essential oils, everything you need to get through your day, bro. So come down and check it out, man. But yeah, Pro Shield. Check it out.
Yeah,
Actually,
man.
bro, that's for you, man.
Oh, appreciate
Yeah.
that. You finna get me right.
Yeah,
Where
man.
can I put this on?
Anywhere.
My body? I can put it on
head, body, yeah, beard.
I can massage your lady with this?
Hey, if you want to, go ahead.
Thank you, man. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
hell yeah, man.
Appreciate it. I'm gonna get me
Definitely, G. So you getting up out of here, you say
right.
when?
Yeah, so April 30th.
April 30th, you out the door.
Yeah, so a couple weeks, man. I'll be out of here, back to Miami.
So you done with the Navy?
Next year.
Next year,
So
okay.
I'm going, I have orders there just so I could be gainfully employed.
Right.
Trying to make sure I have coverage while I, start my entrepreneur track.
Okay, what's the plan?
So I don't want to talk about the plan until the plan is
Understood.
until the plan is executed.
Understood.
Hate to be one of those, but
Counting your eggs before they hatch.
Exactly. I
Okay.
want to make sure I got my things lined up, but
Okay.
I don't take too many false steps, so I'm doing my homework and making sure that I have my bases covered. I would put it like
Ducks
that.
in a row.
Yeah,
all right?
exactly.
For sure.
Exactly.
Well, man, you probably already know, but I mean, so I did some time in the Navy, man, and one thing I can say, bro, is when you get ready to transition up out, you probably know what your GI Bill and your disability, bro.
Mm-hmm.
When I tell you that is two things that got me, places where I thought I was like, damn, man, what I'm gonna do, but when I put in for my GI Bill, I went to school, and there's this thing called FAFSA as well. It's pretty much a Pell Grant that they give you, but of course we all know Uncle Sam will pay for our college and shit like that. But your disability, man, that's if I feel if my eyebrows hurt, I'm put that shit in my, like, hey, y'all finna pay me for this, all this, I blood, sweat, and tears for y'all. So, but that's something that I like to stress to people that I hear that's about to get out, that's about to get that DD-214, man. And when you get it in hand, bruh, I had a homie she took her DD-214 and made a blanket out of this shit, bro.
A blanket?
A blanket, bro. She had it blew up, and I was like, I ain't doing all that, but like, I'm gonna safeguard this. This is,
Right.
And being on 4 ships, it was like, after all that shit was done, man, it's like, damn, okay, next step. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's something that I like to stress to people, like, hey.
Definitely, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
The whole reason I'm doing that extra year out of Miami is to get my GI Bill.
Right. Okay.
So I need to do one more year in order to qualify for it. So I'm gonna get that GI Bill.
Yeah. Bro.
Even though I already got my master, I already got an MBA.
Oh,
you know what
okay.
I mean?
Well, yeah.
But that's investment money on a property.
Yep.
Whatever way you want to use it. Make it do backflips.
Yep.
So,
Yeah. That's what it's about, man.
I hear you loud and clear.
Entrepreneurship, have your own shit, So, and on the last episode, I had my guy Brandon on, and
Yes,
this
sir.
guy's this dude's a guru with it. So,
Yeah.
But
You might have to tap me in with him now.
yeah, for sure, man. Hell yeah, definitely. But man, that's our time. Any shout outs that you want to give or holler at somebody or?
Yeah, man. I just want to, not in particular. Well, maybe I'll shout out Diego, man. Shout out D Nelson for this custom shirt.
That's hard, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's
He's
hard.
an artist out in Tokyo, but originally from Cuba. So he's very talented, man. Shout out to him. Shout out to Colin, of course, and Robin. Love Hotel
Love Hope.
For that's how we even met. So if it
Yeah,
wasn't
right.
for them,
Yep.
We would have
Yep.
never met. And then,
Yep.
of course, my family, man, my loved ones, and that's it, man. I just want to tell everybody out there, just do what you want to do with your life. I feel like we're at this stage in the world where everybody's kind of becoming programmed, and everybody's getting funneled into these different ideologies of thinking from social media. But just I want to say, just think for yourself, man. Think how you want to live, what you want to do, how you want to be remembered, and blaze your own path. You know, don't be afraid to step out on the ledge.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, shit, man. I appreciate you coming on,
Of course,
bro.
man.
Always, G.
course.
Hell yeah.
Of course.
That's been another episode. Like I said, I'm your host, Abdul the Barber. Chopping It Up Raw. You already know, Foreign Cuss Forever.